Is there really a difference between saving your money and investing your money? As a matter of fact, as simple as that question may be, it really is a big difference. And that is what we're going to be discussing today in our financial freedom video, so stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And we want to thank you for tuning in to our Retirement Education Concepts videos. These videos were created to help to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Yes, because with so many retirement concepts out there, so many retirement strategies, and of course, so many retirement products, it really can become difficult for consumers to digest it all. That's why we're so fortunate that we work with a team of expert advisors to help us build a financial roadmap that will let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their financial goals.
For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. So Carson, many times we hear people say, I need to save more rather than invest more. Why do you think that is?
Well, for a couple of reasons, I believe. When you're talking about saving money, it's very, very simple. It's very familiar and comfortable to most people when they hear the term saving money. That's what most people are talking about. But on the other hand, Andrea, when you're talking about investing money, that can conjure up feelings of anxiety, and people may be intimidated by some of the terminology when it comes to investing. And most importantly, there is a risk of loss when we're talking about investing our money. So it's quite understandable that you hear the terminology of saving money more so than you would hear investing money. But we are going to talk about the differences of the two and why it is so important that people include both of these terminologies in order to reach their overall retirement goals. But before we get into that, there are two rules to retirement income planning that we like to give you. And Andrew, what are those two rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
So let's go ahead and jump into our lesson today to talk about why it is important for you to understand the differences between just saving your money and investing your money.
So Carson, what is the simple difference in between saving your money or investing your money?
Yeah, the simple difference really, Andrea, is when you're saving your money, you're putting that money away for a short-term purpose, and you're putting it away somewhere safely. You're not really thinking about growing those dollars, so you're going to put that money away in a savings account or banking account, somewhere where you can get to it very, very quickly. When you're talking about investing your money, ideally what you're doing is that you're buying an asset with the ideal of it increasing in value. It's going to be more long-term. And there's also a risk of loss. The element of safety is not there. So that's really the simple differences between saving the money and investing that money.
Okay, so to me, there really is a big difference between saving and investing. But I'm sure they both have their advantages and disadvantages, right?
Well, of course they do, Andrea. When you're talking about saving money, you have the benefit of having money on the side in case of an unexpected event. And you also have the ability to have liquidity in case you needed to purchase something right away. And of course, when you're saving that money, it's going to have the effects of being safe. You don't have to risk it being lost. But with that being said, there are some disadvantages to having too much money in savings. Because when you have too much money in savings, you also have the potential of not having that money grow at all. And you may face purchasing power risk due to inflation. For example, if you go ahead and take a look at the information on the screen here, just look at the difference between the S&P 500 and a money market account over the last 5 and 25 years. You can see clearly a money market account over the last 5 years would have only earned you about 1% and 1.7% over the last 25 years. And of course, if you compare that to the S&P 500 over the last 5 years, the S&P 500 would have earned you about 8% return, and over the last 25 years, about 6.3%. So that is a significant difference in asset value if you extrapolate that over time, depending on what amount of dollars you're investing. So clearly, it's really important that you do really understand the advantages and disadvantages of saving money as well.
Carson, according to most studies, people are more emotional when it comes to investing their money. Do you see that with your clients as well?
Sure I do. I really do. And one of the main reasons for this is because when you're investing your money, there is an element of loss. Of course, we know that there are going to be potential elements of gains. We all can live with that. But when it comes to the element of loss, most clients and most people are a lot more sensitive. There's a thing called a loss aversion factor that most people have to deal with. And what that means is that people are usually 2 times more sensitive to losses than they are excited about the gains that they may see in their overall portfolio. So it's incumbent upon myself and other financial advisors to really deal with the psychology of investors so clients can really understand their propensity for risk.
Carson, since investing requires a much longer commitment, how can someone go about choosing what's right for them?
Well, one, what they really should do is speak to a qualified financial advisor first and foremost, and they should also make sure that that financial advisor is really going to put in perspective 3 things for them: their retirement goals, their time horizon, and their risk tolerance. Once we have compiled those 3 elements, investing your dollars really becomes a lot easier.
So Carson, you did mention some advantages and disadvantages of saving your money, but what are some advantages and disadvantages of investing your money?
There are none, right? Now, of course, there are advantages and disadvantages of investing your money. And we've mentioned a few of these already, Andrea. One of the advantages of investing your money is that you do have the potential of greater gains. You have potential of greater gains when you're investing your money. And of course, with that potential of having greater gains, you have the potential of reaching your longer term financial goals when you're investing money as well. And in saying that, I would just take us right back to the chart that I showed you earlier. As the chart will indicate, the S&P 500 is done right at 8% over the last 5 years and 6% over the last 25 years. Although past returns are no indication of future returns, I do believe that we have enough historical data that will allow us to lean heavily on the fact that consumers will fare better in the stock market versus in just saving their money over the long period of time. And one of the last advantages that I want to point out when it comes to investing your money is the ability to actually diversify risk. When you're talking about saving money, you really only have one or a couple of places to put your money. When it comes to investing your money, you have many different alternatives for those dollars. Some of your money can be allocated towards bonds to help reduce the overall risk of your portfolio. Some of those funds can be allocated towards equity to help combat inflation. And some of those funds can be allocated towards alternative investments so you can have uncorrelated assets within the overall portfolio. But with that being the case, just understand that that's one of the primary advantages of investing your money, is that you can add diversification with those dollars. And of course, the obvious disadvantages would be when you invest your money, you definitely have the risk of loss, like I mentioned. You can put money in, especially in the short term, and lose a significant amount of money. That is why it's always prudent that if you are investing your money, you are taking the long-term perspective with those dollars, because the marketplace can be extremely volatile. There are times where you can get in on the high, and then we're heading into a recession and you end up losing 20% of your money right away in a short period of time. So you really have to be emotionally prepared for those sort of things. Another disadvantage when you're talking about investing your money is that it's going to require you to have a long-term commitment. Some people are very antsy about their money when they see those ups and downs, but you have to be stable-minded. You have to make sure that you understand the plan and that you're not moving and pulling out, or what I would always say in my class, you're not jumping when you should be staying, and you're not staying when you should be jumping. So with that being said, it would be extremely important that anyone who's thinking about investing, do not go at it alone. Make sure you seek out a qualified financial advisor that can help you temper all of these ideas and put them in a consistent plan for yourself.
Well, Carson, this information was extremely helpful for me. So thank you for your insight on this topic, and thank you for watching. And if you felt this information was beneficial for you, please like this video and share with others.
So I really do hope that the information that we shared with you today will give you some better insight on the differences between saving your money versus investing your money. Please understand that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. And if you're looking for a fiduciary financial advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.
For additional information about this topic or any of the other topics we've shared in our other videos, please feel free to reach out to our office or leave any questions or comments in the section below. After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.